They don't have anything clean. This is their living conditions. This is where the kids were when I came in here. They have no working bathroom. They have no working kitchen. They have nothing. We've already transported him for child and possession of.
But it wasn't of their children, was it? Oh, God.
What began as a search warrant for electronic devices in a small Mississippi home quickly turned into something far more disturbing, because the moment deputies stepped inside, it became clear they were not just looking at a digital evidence case. They were looking at 3 young children living in conditions so filthy and unsafe that the focus of the entire operation shifted almost immediately from computers and phones to the children themselves. The raid took place on January 8, 2024, in Derma, Mississippi, after investigators with the Mississippi Attorney General's Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force traced online activity involving illegal material back to that residence. Their original purpose that morning was straightforward: secure the home, detain the adults, and collect any electronic devices that might be relevant to the investigation. The people at the center of that warrant were Eric Kellum and Elizabeth Herbert, the 2 adults living at the property. But what officers did not expect to find was 3 small children inside the same environment. And once they saw the condition of that home, everything changed. At first, the scene outside followed the usual pattern of a warrant service. Deputies detained the adults, explained that they were there as part of an investigation, and began separating people so they could secure the property and determine who and what was inside.
You Eric?
Yes, sir. Carolina, please. Oh, we got our kids in here.
She can come off out. He's here.
You're good. We're just gonna... Ain't nothing wrong.
Oh, what's going on?
We'll let you know in just a second.
Hey, Carolina, can you come on?
Hold on. Baby, go sit with your sister.
Hold on, let me lock you so they don't move.
Can somebody go get my mama or my dad for my kids?
Well, they said I'm fine.
Okay.
I just don't know what's going on.
We're going to explain everything. I'll explain.
Baby, go sit with your sister.
Oh. You got anything on you? No, I'm sorry.
Okay. Kenny, would you take him?
You got anything in your pockets?
No, they're fake pockets.
Oh, okay.
Joker?
All right, ma'am. My name is Deputy Baker with the Sheriff's Office here. I'm also with the Mississippi Attorney General's Office, Internet Crimes Against Children Task Force. Right now, you are being detained. You're not under arrest, okay?
Okay.
You're being detained for an investigation of children.
See, I have a Google account that got hacked, and I got a notification on my Google account about something like that.
Elizabeth tried to explain away the case almost immediately, claiming her Google account had been hacked and insisting that she had already contacted Google about suspicious activity connected to child exploitation. But while officers were beginning that conversation, others had already stepped inside the house, and what they found there started painting a much larger and uglier picture.
So who else in the house right now?
My 3 kids, and there's no one in the house.
That's it?
I mean, if you just need phones.
These deputies can go inside with you so you can watch the kids, okay?
Well, I mean,
Just go in there with her for now. I'll be there in just a minute.
Hey, could you get some, Erica, could you get a pair of gloves? Oh, Pounder, you got any gloves?
I don't have none.
I mean, you guys were in here not long ago.
Yeah.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Just get your...
I don't know where it's at.
We've had friends over here, so we're in the bathroom.
Paraphernalia in the bathroom.
And it's not mine. I can tell you exactly whose it is.
All right, go talk to Deputy Costa in there. Where's your cell phone and stuff?
My cell phone? Hold on. I just have one that's right here.
All right, where was it at? Don't touch it. Don't touch it.
It was in the right here next to the
Okay,
bed.
that's fine. Just don't do anything with your phone.
Okay. Well, I mean, I need my phone for work and doctors. So I mean, you can look at it. I can unlock it for you right now.
Well,
Hey.
if we're gonna do that, I've got to do some paperwork first.
I said, because you can look on my phone all you want. I ain't got nothing on it.
I got a pair of pipe in here on the bathroom.
Yeah, and it's not mine. I can tell you that exactly.
When did you leave it over here?
About 4 weeks ago.
And you still leaving it on the counter in there where you can't?
All right, is this one your phone?
Yes.
Okay, is this one his phone?
That one don't work.
It's just an extra phone.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll say I've been working. I haven't touched it because I didn't want to touch it.
But you got kids around here.
Then they don't go in there because we have issues with that bathroom with the plumbing and stuff. The plumbing's backed up. They don't go in there. They stay in here and there. We mostly stay in here right now because we have issues with the heat and the air.
Very quickly, deputies began locating evidence that suggested the problems in the home extended far beyond the digital investigation. In one bathroom, officers found paraphernalia and a crystal-like substance in tinfoil, along with light bulbs and items they recognized as consistent with drug use. Elizabeth denied that any of it belonged to her, at one point saying the bathroom was unusable because of plumbing issues and that the children did not go in there, but deputies were clearly not convinced. The more they looked around, the harder it became to ignore the reality of what those children had been living in. There were signs of drug use in areas the children could potentially access, dangerous items lying around the house, and unsanitary conditions severe enough that officers were already discussing child neglect charges before the full search had even ended.
Okay. So the thing about it is, what were you trying to tell me as far as the Google account?
I got a notification. I got locked out of my Google account saying something about child exploitation.
Okay.
I messaged Google saying my account has been hacked.
Okay.
They said they're going to investigate.
Okay.
Because I don't use my Google account except for like stuff for work.
What email address is associated with your Google account? Do you know? So, would you know the email address carol@gmail.com?
That's one I used to have that I got locked out of a while ago. I couldn't get into it.
Okay, what about 19@gmail.com?
That's the one that just got locked out of.
Okay.
That's the one I messaged them about that got a notification.
As investigators questioned Elizabeth about the online accounts and devices connected to the cyber tip, she continued distancing herself from the evidence, claiming certain email addresses were old, inaccessible, or hacked, and denying any connection to usernames investigators had already tied back to the home through internet records, metadata, and account activity. But even as she tried to explain away the digital evidence, the conditions inside the house were becoming impossible to explain away at all. Deputies were finding broken fixtures, evidence of drug use, possible firearms or weapons, and a home environment that, in their words, was simply not livable.
Yeah, there's a broken one right here too.
Try to smoke a light bulb out the light bulb too. I don't remember seeing that right there. Got tinfoil. Be careful.
There's something in it. There it is, right there.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, what about an email address, gmail.com?
No, I usually use my name.
Okay.
It's easier to
Do you think
remember.
any of those could belong to Eric?
Honestly, I have no idea.
Okay, because I'm going to show you a picture real quick.
Oh,
This is from his Facebook page. See
Yeah,
the
that's it.
Juggaloos University?
yeah, that's on Facebook.
Okay, I mean, it kind of matches what's in some of those
Yeah.
usernames and emails there. So, I'm just going to flat out tell you up front and to the point, okay? I received a cyber tip from the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children.
Okay.
In that cyber tip, this home email address was used, or I'm sorry, this home internet service was used in the transfer of child. Those email addresses and those usernames were associated with it.
The 2 emails I do, the Carolina Kellum, one of them was mine. I got put out of it and I couldn't get back into it.
When?
It's been a while.
What's a while? It's
A
important.
few months, because I've had to change phones and I had that account set up where I had to have the 2-step verification where you have to have a text message sent to get into the account. I haven't had the number for a while for it, like at least 3 months.
So these Snapchat accounts that were created using that email address and this home internet service was either you or him.
And I can tell you it was not me.
Kids and the mother out here.
Whatever works best for you, but it is cold out here too. But I am about to call CPS. I'm gonna call CPS and get them out here.
I mean, it's not livable.
Pipes in the bathroom. There's some kind of crystal-like substance in there too. She's saying it's been in there.
Collect everything.
She's saying it's been in there for 4 weeks.
Hey,
She didn't want to touch it. So your kids can go in there and
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna need you to come out here to this house. The house is unlivable. There's drugs in the house. We've arrested the husband so far. The mother's still here with the 3 kids.
light bulb.
Yeah, a lot of them do.
Okay, all right. Well, we're off of Highway 8 going toward Barman, but I'll text you the address.
We got some of them small.
Last name Kellum.
Like it's.
How many dogs?
Did you take a picture of it? That's either meth or salt.
Smoking out of a damn light bulb.
They'll do it. Oh. All right.
The kids' clothes on.
Okay. Like I said, I'm fixing to go ahead and transport him to the jail. You go on me.
Go ahead and stay because I got CPS coming. I think more is going to happen with her as far as that goes. So we might need her here.
At that point, what had started as an Internet Crimes Against Children warrant was rapidly becoming a full child endangerment and neglect case. Eric Kellum's situation escalated just as quickly. Officers informed Elizabeth that he was already under arrest, and when they later questioned him, they confronted him not only with the cyber tip involving illegal child material, but also with the drugs found inside the home.
I received a cyber tip that some images and videos were transferred using the internet service at your house.
Okay.
Using usernames and email addresses and things that are associated with you.
Okay.
So that's why we're here with a search warrant.
Okay.
On top of that, he had something he needed to ask you about some stuff that we've already found in the house.
Okay.
What's in that what's that crystal-like substance in that tinfoil in the bathroom? Be honest, because I've got a test kit. I
We're
can
gonna
test
test it.
Okay. Well, see, now I don't know what to do. See, I don't know if I need to talk to a lawyer now or
Okay.
what.
Well, you don't have to answer that question now. But as far as it stands right now, you're under arrest, at least for the possession of child,
I don't.
and also for whatever that we find in the house. So we'll
Okay.
sort that out in a little bit.
Okay.
I'll transport you to the jail.
He gave very little in the way of meaningful answers, hesitated, and appeared unsure whether to speak without a lawyer. But from the investigator's point of view, the evidence was already there. Devices were being seized, controlled substances had been found inside the residence, and the children were living right in the middle of it. Whether or not either adult chose to confess at that moment was no longer the key issue. The home itself was speaking loudly enough. When CPS arrived and began walking through the home, the full extent of the neglect became even more obvious.
Get a little information from.
Sure.
So now, Dad is
He's already being transported.
okay. And this is the home.
Yes.
And I know it's in bad shape.
How long have y'all lived here?
We've been here about a year and a half. We've been working on it since then. We have we've had to replace most of the kitchen and most of the bathroom flooring. We've got to replace the bedroom back here. The ceiling is caved in. Well, the roof, not the whole thing, but the inside part of it's caved in.
We didn't lock it, did we?
No, it don't lock.
Okay, all right.
I know it's a bad shape.
Well, I can escort you through there. We still have an open search warrant.
Well, if I need to wait, I can wait.
No, that's what I said. I can escort you through here. We still have an open search warrant, so. Yes. Okay. All right. But yeah, watch your step right here. This board's flimsy.
Do they have some clean clothes?
Yeah, there are 2 cats in there right now.
Do they have any clean clothes in the truck?
They're wearing clothes right now. They're clean.
They
So I'm
don't.
saying they're gonna need some.
No.
Okay.
I don't
No.
know.
Just come in.
I'll get sizes from you when I come back.
Come in here and let me talk to you for a minute. They don't have anything clean. This is their living conditions. This is where the kids were when I came in here. They have no working bathroom. They have no working kitchen. They have nothing. Just to look around, look right there.
Oh God. I gotta get a close up one.
So this is why I'm telling you, it is in no condition whatsoever for anything sustainable. Plus, there was methamphetamine in the house.
Okay.
And so we're going to charge her with possession of
Okay.
and take her to jail. I was just waiting on you to get here to work out the children before I did. We've already transported him for child and possession of.
But it wasn't of their children, was it?
No,
Okay.
no. Not well, I don't know yet because
Okay.
I still have to take everything we got from here
Uh-huh.
to get it processed. And now if I find anything of their children, I'll let you know.
Okay. Do you know their?
I have not asked the ages, but they're all 3 very small.
Okay, so I would need to get a forensic set up for them.
I would say no.
Okay.
I don't think they're going to be old enough to be able to. But if you want to walk around, you
No,
can.
it's fine.
But I mean, the whole house is like
All
this.
right. Now this is fine.
And the bathroom, you can't stomach going in there.
Okay.
When you took the pictures of the inside, you took the whole inside, right? Like the conditions and everything too. Because that's probably going to end up being another charge. Okay, I just want to make sure.
Right there, is that where I was telling you that? Right there is that.
Because we're probably going to do a child too.
Yeah, because times get hard and this is no excuse.
So when CPS is done with the mom getting the information that they need to get and everything, if you'll 1015 her and ride with one of y'all to transport her back, and then I'm going to talk with CPS and exchange investigative information so that we can get a charge on that too. And
Probably easier to get it.
It's usually 30 days. This is something that can be corrected in 30
Well,
days.
I mean, as far as I know, I don't know if I'm charged with anything. Okay. Am I charged with anything?
you will be.
I will be. With what?
Well, there was meth in the house and
I don't.
the conditions of the house.
If I pass my testing and everything,
Possession of meth has nothing to do with whether you test positive or negative.
And see, so that's
so
gonna
even
be-
though I didn't know that was in there, I just knew the pipe was in there and it wasn't mine. But with just that charge, would that affect it just as bad?
It does. Because that's going to be neglect because the children were in the home with them. And then plus the conditions of them. Yeah, tell it, mom is being arrested as well. She's being charged with possession of. And I just sent you the pictures. I don't know if they're going to come
I'm gonna lose my job and everything.
think personally.
I'll lose my job and my kids.
Whichever one we've been texting on.
And I don't even know.
Officers pointed out where the children had been sitting when they first entered, emphasizing that this was not simply a poor but functioning home. This was an environment they considered fundamentally unsafe.
Paul's gonna follow and go with you, okay? So you don't freak out. Just, please, baby, please. Baby, I know. I know, baby.
All right.
Hello. Baby, Papa's gotta put you in her car, okay?
Carolina.
Don't do they have car seats?
Ma'am, please say something. Been over here. That's my brother. And ain't no telling what they pulled. And that needs to be in on this. Do you know who is?
I do, and I've spent days investigating this case. I know
Well,
I know
he's
what's
been over
going
here,
on.
and I want that to go down on the record that he's been here.
Okay.
They're taking the kids to look at getting placed either with my dad, and if my dad can't take them, and if you can't take them, they're got to go somewhere else. I know you can't, okay? That's why I said try my dad first.
I
okay?
can't walk. Can't chase them. There's going to be an investigation, and they start right there too.
If you're gonna get loud,
I'm sorry.
okay.
My heart is breaking.
I understand, but we've been investigating this for several days now. I have a lot of information on this case, and there's a lot of details in this case.
Those are my grandbabies. I see them every day, and they do take care of them, and they feed them, and we do too.
Have you seen in that house?
Yes, but I can't walk, and she works, and it's hard when you got 3 kids and you ain't got no help to do some things.
Well, I mean, I know.
And they are
but
poor. I mean, we all ain't got money.
I know, but even if you don't have money, you can keep up the conditions of your house a little bit.
Now, if I end up getting to come home, can they come home with me if I go there?
Right
The
now.
judge is taking custody right now.
Yeah, right now we got to do this process.
Okay, I'm about to get it from the office with the kids, but
Look at me, Papa's gonna come. Papa's coming with you, baby.
Thank you, ma'am.
and I'll send you the names when I get to the office.
That's fine. It's going to take me a while to get everything situated too, so
Thank y'all.
thank you.
One of the most telling parts of the body cam footage is how the adults tried to frame the situation as temporary hardship, explaining that they were working on the house, that they were busy, that money was tight, and that things had simply fallen behind. And while poverty absolutely can place enormous pressure on families, what officers and CPS were looking at went beyond financial struggle. This was a house with drugs, paraphernalia, roaches, dangerous conditions, and children living directly inside all of it. The concern was no longer theoretical. It was immediate, visible, and impossible to ignore. The children were being taken into protective custody, and the case was moving forward on both criminal and child welfare tracks at the same time. What makes the footage so disturbing is that the house itself becomes the central piece of evidence. Before any courtroom, before any expert testimony, before any final conviction, the body cam footage shows exactly what officers and CPS saw that day: a place with drugs, roaches, structural issues, unsanitary living conditions, and 3 small children trapped in the middle of it. It is one of those scenes where the legal process almost feels secondary because the danger is so obvious the moment you see it. The case would eventually end in serious convictions. Eric Kellum was found guilty of possession of child exploitation material, possession of a controlled substance, and 3 counts of child endangerment, receiving 15 years in prison. Elizabeth Herbert was also charged with drug possession and 3 counts of child endangerment, with her legal process still ongoing. The 3 children were placed in the custody of Mississippi's Child Protection System, where medical and psychological evaluations were ordered to begin assessing the damage caused by living in that environment. In the end, this case stands out because it shows how one investigation can uncover another horror entirely. Deputies arrived that morning looking for digital evidence connected to online crimes, but what they found was a home so foul and unsafe that rescuing the children inside became a real emergency. And that is what makes the footage so hard to forget, because long before a jury ever hears the details, the camera already shows the truth. At least in that situation, investigators eventually uncovered everything. But this next case offers no such clarity.
After a 911 call in Pueblo from a funeral home and cemetery. August 11th, just before 3:30 in the morning, the police department communications center got a call that they refer to as abandoned, meaning the other person hung up. So they called back, got an answer, and heard mostly static.
On the 11th of August, 2018, police in Pueblo, Colorado received a call early in the morning that immediately stood out as unusual. It came from a location known as Imperial Memorial Gardens, a cemetery that at the time had reportedly been closed off and left largely untouched for years. The call itself was brief and unsettling. No one spoke, no clear message was given, and before dispatch could gather any information, the line went dead. Something about it didn't feel right. Because of that, officers attempted to call the number back, hoping to reach whoever had dialed in. But when the line connected again, what they heard only made the situation more disturbing. There was no conversation, no explanation, just a layer of static filling the call. And beneath that static, faint but unmistakable, was what sounded like a voice. A voice that seemed to be saying, "Help me."
Hello?
There was no way to confirm where exactly the sound was coming from, or even if it was truly a person on the other end. But given the origin of the call, officers decided it was serious enough to investigate immediately. When one of them arrived at Imperial Memorial Gardens, the scene raised even more questions. The entire property was locked, with no signs of forced entry, no vehicles, and no indication that anyone had been there recently. It was quiet, completely still, exactly as it should have been for a place that hadn't been in regular use for years. A search of the area turned up nothing. No caller, no device, no evidence that anyone had placed that call from inside the cemetery at all. Which leaves one unsettling question. If no one was there, then who made the call? And more importantly, who or what was asking for help? With that question lingering, we go from something unexplained to something all too clear, where a simple mistake turned into chaos.
Holster your weapon. I'm a federal agent. I'm a federal agent with HSI.
Or your credentials.
Here's what I saw. I walked up here to get a drink. This woman had this weapon. This guy's yelling at people.
Weapon, but I didn't even touch it because they're ass motherfuckers.
That's what I saw.
Okay.
There you go.
Okay, gotcha.
All right, man.
What's going on, guys?
Let me talk.
A seemingly minor argument over a gas station purchase quickly spiraled into a chaotic confrontation that ended with one woman in handcuffs, her boyfriend being forced off the property, and police trying to piece together how such a small dispute had exploded into something so reckless. It began when a couple went to a gas station to buy a lighter and put the rest of their money toward gas.
I came here to get my lighters and my gas. She tried me over. And we came back to see if we could get the money back.
You guys were here earlier, right?
Yes. We were here earlier to come to get our money back.
The reason I come off like this is because when you're going to come at me rude, then you're going to get the other hand. We came in here earlier. He had money in his car.
Let's come out here, okay?
According to the woman, the clerk overcharged them for the lighter and then mishandled the transaction, leaving them convinced that money had been taken from the card without the purchase being done correctly. At first, she says she tried to handle it calmly, asking the employees to fix the mistake and return the money. But when she felt she was being dismissed and disrespected, the situation changed. What had started as a complaint over a few dollars became personal in her mind, and instead of letting it go or coming back later through the proper channels, she and her boyfriend returned to the gas station already angry.
I checked his card to see if they even took his money. They took his money. They overcharged him $6. And on his bank statement, it shows that they never did the transaction the right way.
What were you going to do with that
So we came over here, and I was going to open the door just to come in here and say, you know what, we would like the money back.
What's going on, man? I'll tell you what I saw. All right. I go in here to buy a drink for a meeting with the U.S. Attorney's Office. And I come out and I see this man and this woman, and she's got some black weapon in her hand. Look like a stick or baton or something. And they walk in there and they start screaming. And these people are on the phone asking for police. So I grab my cuffs, open the door. She's got like a stick up, like she's gonna hit somebody. He's there yelling at him. I just draw down, say, hey, please drop the weapons, sort this out. But I can't do anything with everybody yelling at everybody. Drop the stick. She got down. She was being very combative, wouldn't comply. I said, listen, I don't know what's going on, but you can't have weapons in threatening posture of people that are just trying to shop. It's no go.
So were they threatening the clerk or were they threatening?
Like I said, man, it was real weird. When I got in there to buy the drink, they were watching him out the window, and they were like, "Hey, they just came in here to create a ruckus." And then as I'm leaving, I see him and her leave that vehicle, walk all the way here, and she's like got some, just look like a blunt force object in her hand.
He didn't do nothing. I'm the one that did it.
What did you do?
And then I came in here, like I said, I was going to open the door to talk to him very nicely and tell him if we could get the money back that they overcharged him for and leave. But they wanted to start their little shit. And then his little rude ass over there opens the door and puts a gun at me. Yeah, you have, hold on. You have every right to put your gun out, but the only time you pull a gun out is if that person's really charging at you with a weapon. Until a person comes at you with a weapon and goes after you with a knife, a stick, or any kind of weapon you have every right to shoot.
What were you going to do with that stick?
I didn't do anything. I didn't even hurt nobody.
What were you going to do with the stick?
I wasn't going to do anything. I was going to scare him, to be honest. That's what I was going to do, but I wasn't going to hit nobody.
Where'd you get that from? Huh? What did you? Don't worry about it.
No.
The federal agent who happened to be at the gas station at that exact moment explained that he had gone there simply to buy a drink before a meeting, only to walk back out and see the couple approaching the store, with the woman visibly holding what looked like a blunt force object. Inside, the employees were already frightened and trying to call police, and the federal agent decided he had no choice but to intervene.
To be honest, I've been in and out of the system all my life. I just got out 2 years ago, and I've been doing a hell of a lot good. But now it's to the point when people are going to come off disrespectful, you're going to get a whole nother hand. But he had no right to put his gun at me. Until I went after him with a weapon, then yeah, you have every right. The minute he put his gun, he asked me to put my weapon down and get down, and that's what I did.
This guy's a federal agent, just so you know, okay? So that was your stick right there?
That was my stick, and he asked me to put it down, and I put it down.
What makes the body cam footage so striking is that even then, with a gun pointed at her and officers arriving on scene, the woman still did not seem to realize how serious the situation had become. She kept insisting that the real issue was the money, that they had been wronged, and that the employees had brought this on themselves by being rude. In her mind, she had a right to be there and a right to confront them. She even argued that the federal agent should not have drawn his weapon unless she had actually charged someone with the stick, as though the danger of the moment only began once physical violence was already underway. That mindset, where someone convinces themselves they are still the victim long after their own behavior has clearly crossed the line, is what pushed the entire encounter even further downhill.
I had it.
She had it.
But right now, I'm going to detain you, okay? Because we're going to get into the investigation.
Why?
But I'm going to detain you for now.
No, you're not going to detain me.
Put your hands behind
You're
your
not
back.
going to detain me.
Yes, I am.
No,
You're not under
you're
arrest.
not. I have my rights.
You're not under arrest. You're going to be
Oh, well, you're
detained.
detaining me.
You're gonna be detained.
You're
Just relax.
That's
Until
what
we
you're
figure out
doing.
what's going to happen. Okay?
Just go and relax.
You're detaining
Relax.
me is what you're doing. You have no
You're not
right.
under arrest.
Hey, relax.
Hey, stay back! Get back, man!
Hold on.
Relax, it'll be fine.
Go over
No,
here.
I'm not going nowhere. She's my partner.
Go over there. Go over there.
Touch her. What she's detained for?
Go over there.
No!
over
She's
there.
my partner. She's detained for no reason. No, I'm not going nowhere.
Relax. Relax.
No, you're under arrest.
Yeah.
Relax.
You guys are in the fucking wrong. You guys are in the wrong.
Relax.
No! I'm gonna swing somebody. I'm gonna swing at somebody.
Let me get the rep.
I'll swing at somebody. I don't give a fuck. I'm crazy too. I'm crazy myself.
You're not gonna swing at anybody. Get back.
No!
Get back.
Leave me alone then.
Get back. Back off now.
No!
Back up.
You're detained for no reason.
Get back. Stand over here right now.
My God, you're
Stand over here. Stay right there. Sit down.
no,
Sit down.
Sit down. I have my rights. I know my rights.
Get up. Get up. Get up.
Put the chaser down. Put your camera on too.
It is on.
I don't see it on.
It is on.
You know why they have no right to detain me? Because you know what? I didn't do nothing.
Relax.
That's why. No.
Relax.
nothing, relax.
Do you guys need the rep?
You might.
No.
We need the rep.
She has no rights to entertain her. Hey, tell her guys to take the camera off too. Put your camera on too.
It is on.
I don't see it on. The fuck, man.
Just back up.
No, get the fucking camera. Tell
Where
the
do you
camera
live?
down. Tell
Where
the
do you
guy to
live?
fucking take the camera down. It's no fucking nice business. Tell the guy to take the camera before I punch him.
You guys are gonna get hell now. You guys are gonna get hell now.
When officers tried to detain her so they could sort out what had happened, she immediately resisted. She shouted that they had no right to detain her, insisted she knew her rights, and grew even more agitated as they tried to control the scene. Her boyfriend also escalated matters by refusing to back away and shouting at officers while they were trying to secure her. The actual reason she was being detained, returning to a store after an earlier disturbance, armed with a stick, and trying to force entry while employees hid behind locked doors, almost seemed secondary in her own mind compared to how insulted and angry she felt.
You guys are gonna get hell now.
Relax.
Get off.
Relax.
Get off. Get the f off.
Relax.
Get the f off. You guys have no right to detain my ass. You know why? Because I'm not doing nothing wrong.
You're gonna sit in here.
Sit in here. Okay?
No.
Make this easy.
No, you guys made it f***ing hard.
Make it easy.
You
Relax.
guys made it hard. You guys made it hard.
All right, get in. Get in. Get in.
I want you.
Come on. Let him loose. Let him loose.
Relax. Relax. Sit up.
All right, let go and I'll work with you guys.
We need the wrap.
Let go and I'll work with you guys.
We need the wrap. Want me to detain him? Huh? Want me to detain him?
Let's see. If he leaves, let him leave.
You guys have no right to detain me. That's why I go crazy. Until I go after somebody with a weapon, then you guys have every right to detain me. I know my rights.
Okay.
You officers are living f***ing hell. You officers are living f***ing hell.
Back up. Back up.
Leave already. No, she's going to jail.
No, I'm not leaving.
Back up.
No.
Okay, you need to back up, man.
I'm back. I'm back. I'm back.
Go. Get out of here.
Leave the property. Leave the property. Leave the property.
I'm leaving the property.
Leave the property.
I'm gonna can't talk to my
No.
No, you can't talk to her, man.
Why not? Why not?
Because we said, get the fuck out of here.
Because like that.
Get the fuck out of here.
Who's the sergeant? Who's the sergeant?
He's the sergeant. Get the fuck out of here.
Is he who's
Go.
talking to me?
Go.
Is he
Because
talking-
you're not listening. That's why.
No, I'm talking.
Get out of here.
Leave the property.
Where are you going, hon? Where are they taking you?
Go.
Leave the property.
Go.
I'm not leaving.
Get out of here.
You're in the wrong is what it is.
You're in the wrong for not
No,
letting us do
you
our job.
guys are. You guys are in the wrong. You guys want to know what's going on, right?
We're letting you talk. We're gonna talk to the clerks.
Why?
We're gonna talk to
I
this
told
guy.
you everything I said
Because
was
we're
the
trying to
truth.
beat everybody.
No, you guys aren't.
We're not trying
I
to do
told
that.
you guys everything that f***ing went on, everything that happened.
Okay.
You guys are in the f***ing wrong is what it is.
Anything else for me? No, you're good, man. Thank you. Hello.
What the heck?
Are you guys wanting these people trespass from here?
Trespass
All right.
everywhere. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You want some help? I'll bring it.
All right.
Bro, I don't trust him. I don't trust him being in the car, bro. Leave already.
No, he's not gonna leave. Could I just talk to him, please?
Not yet. You need to calm down a lot.
Please.
We have this wrap
No,
right here.
I'll work with you guys if you guys let me talk to him. But you guys cannot do that.
As officers continued investigating, the gas station employees gave a much clearer picture of what had happened. They said the couple had been there earlier, caused a disturbance over lighters, and left after creating problems inside the store. When they came back later, the woman was carrying the stick and trying to get through the doors while threatening the clerks. Employees and a customer physically held the inner doors shut to stop her from getting in, because they believed that if she made it past the foyer, someone was going to get hurt.
Here they came. I did a report for the larceny. They stole lighters. They came in, they tried to do some fights and stuff. They paid with a card. It was declined. When she told them it was declined, they got pissed off. They got a stack of lighters, took off with it, kicked everything else off the counter.
Is it still all messed up in there?
No, they fixed it up. Supposedly they came back, they parked right here, and when I pulled up, that agent had them at gunpoint. There's a stick right there like a plastic pipe. He said, I guess the agent said that when he was inside the store, he saw him coming in with that stick. I just need to talk to the clerks and see what happened this time around.
What happened is the lady pulled up out there, the lady and the man pulled up out there. Courtney said, she's back. I said, back. I called 911. And then they walked over here and she had a stick. She comes in and tries to get in. So we had a customer here. He held this door and Courtney and Shanice held that door so she couldn't come in. Well, she's taking the stick and beating it on the window and trying to break the window to come in and saying that she was calling them names and, you know, stuff like that and saying that they stole her money and everything else and she was going to get them. And then that gentleman got out of the truck with a gun and he said he was a police officer. Get down on the ground, get down on the ground. And I saw the gun when he walked up and I was like, there's a guy out there with a gun. She finally got down on the ground, then he got down on the ground, and then you came.
They never entered the store?
We wouldn't let them enter because they were going to kill these two.
They only got to
in the foyer.
The foyer there?
Yeah, they got inside the foyer there. And they were holding this door and that door, a customer was not letting them in the store because we knew exactly what was going to happen if they let them in the store. And that's when she was taking the stick, which was a plastic stick, but trying to break the window and everything.
By the time the federal agent stepped in, this was no longer a customer dispute. It was a volatile confrontation with frightened employees trapped inside a business, while two angry people stood outside trying to force the situation further. The officers, however, were focused on what the situation had actually become, rather than what she believed had justified it. In the end, what started as a complaint over a small amount of money resulted in criminal charges, with the woman being charged with resisting arrest and disorderly conduct. And what makes the whole incident so revealing is not really the original dispute at all, but how quickly anger took over every decision that followed. Once she felt disrespected, every later choice, going back, picking up the stick, escalating at the door, refusing to comply with police, moved the situation farther away from resolution and closer to arrest. By the time officers arrived, the problem was no longer a lighter, a card charge, or even customer service. It was the fact that someone had allowed anger to become the center of the entire encounter. And once that happened, the real-world consequences came fast. The incident was driven by anger and bad decisions. But what this officer encountered next is far harder to rationalize.
Yeah, there it is again.
A police officer was on patrol near a remote stretch of forest in Humboldt County, California, an area already known for its isolation and dense, almost impenetrable woods, when something completely unexpected broke the silence. From somewhere deep within the trees, he heard what sounded like a scream. Not just any noise, but something sharp, human-like, and filled with distress. It was enough to make him stop his vehicle immediately. At that point, he had a decision to make. He could call it in and wait, or he could check it out himself. Instead of ignoring it, he stepped out of the car and made his way into the forest alone, moving toward the direction the sound had come from. At first, there was nothing. Just darkness, trees, and that heavy silence that tends to settle in places like that at night. Even so, he kept going, pushing deeper into the woods, scanning the area, trying to locate the source. For nearly half an hour, he searched without finding anything concrete. No person, no animal, no obvious explanation for what he had heard. But just as it started to feel like a dead end, something appeared. Out of the darkness, he spotted a figure. It wasn't standing clearly in the open, but it was visible enough to make out disturbing details. Glowing eyes, a pale gray face, and a shape that didn't look entirely human. According to him, it resembled something closer to a witch-like figure than an actual person, something unnatural, something that didn't seem to belong in that environment at all. Despite what he was looking at, the officer didn't immediately retreat. Instead, he began following it, trying to get closer, trying to understand what exactly he was seeing. But the moment is cut short because the footage abruptly ends, leaving no clear answer as to what happened in those final seconds. What is known is what came after. The officer eventually backed off and called for backup, shaken enough by the encounter that he no longer wanted to approach whatever that thing was on his own. But when he returned to the same spot with additional units, the figure was gone. No trace, no sign of movement, nothing left behind that could explain what he had seen. There's very little verified background information about this clip, which only makes it more unsettling. Without context, without confirmation, and without a clear explanation, all that remains is the footage itself and the officer's account of what happened that night. And because of that, the question is still open. Not just what he saw, but what could be out there in those forests, hidden just beyond the edge of what we can actually understand. And as strange as that encounter sounds, the next case is terrifying for a completely different reason, because this one is anything but a mystery. On the afternoon of May 2nd, 2023, Cleveland police got a call that sounded messy, unclear. The kind of thing officers hear all the time and still have to take seriously. A woman told 911 she'd been at a nearby store when a stranger ran up to her, panicked, shaking, terrified, insisting there was a woman tied up in a basement at a nearby house.
I was just calling because I was at this store, right, and this lady had came out of nowhere and was just like all hysterical and scared and stuff or whatever. I don't know where she went to, but she said that this lady was supposed to be tied up in this basement. Now, I'm only calling because I'm not going to be able to sleep tonight knowing that somebody might be tied up, even if it is a lie or whatever. I kind of believe her because the way she was scared. Like, no, she didn't say anything else.
The caller didn't even pretend she was sure it was true. She just said, "If I don't call this in, I'm not going to sleep tonight." So officers go to the address.
Police.
There's music coming from the back. Hello?
Bro, y'all can't be here like this. You can't be here like this, bro.
I'm just knocking on your door.
I understand that, but you making me hot.
What does that mean?
I'm about to come out.
All right, come on out.
All right.
How you doing, sir?
Y'all can't be out here like this.
Just so you know, everything's recorded.
Listen.
Yes?
Turn those cameras off, please.
Well, what's going on?
Can you please turn the cameras off?
You have to give me a reason, and I can.
You guys are making my spot hot. I work for you guys, okay? Long story short, I work for you guys. Please get out here. You guys are blowing the spot up. All right?
Who do you work for?
I can't tell you that.
Why?
I cannot tell you that because I'm not allowed to tell you that. Okay, so just understand that.
Well, here,
go home.
We have a call. Here, sir, let me just tell you why we're here, and then we'll leave. It could be nothing. I don't know. I don't know anything about you.
All right, I'm just saying, y'all can't be here. Y'all making my spot hot. All right?
The man who finally opens the door is Delonte Edmund Geiger Sr. And right away, he's not acting like an innocent person confused by police at his doorstep. He's agitated, defensive. He keeps telling them they can't be there, that they're making his spot hot, that they're putting him in danger. Then he drops what he thinks is a magic phrase. He claims he's a confidential informant, that he works with police, and that the officers need to leave. But here's the thing. If someone's calm and innocent, they don't usually panic at the idea of a quick check. And when the officers explain the complaint, a woman injured and tied up in the basement, he doesn't laugh it off like a normal person would. He snaps. He tries to shut it down. He refuses to let them look. He says no over and over, like the word itself can build a wall.
Oh my God, there's too many people here.
Well, it's no big deal, man.
Man, it is a big deal.
What?
I'm trying to tell you guys up.
Well, we were told that the lady's tied up in the basement.
There ain't nobody tied up in the basement.
Can we look?
No, no, but like,
why not?
Because I say so.
Is someone tied up down there?
No.
What's your name, buddy?
I can't tell you that, bro.
What do you mean you can't tell me that?
I'm trying to tell you I'm a confidential informant. That's all I have to say. You guys are bugging right now. You guys are
No, that's not all you have to say.
Who
told you that?
I can't say nothing else. Please.
Well, if there's someone tied up in the basement, we got
There's
a problem.
nobody in the basement. I just what I
So
really,
why can't I look?
Why do you
Because all that stuff that went on in the past with those three girls, man, we got to take this seriously.
What
and
three
look into
girls?
it.
What three girls?
Gina.
I don't know them.
All
Man,
that
y'all-
stuff.
you
You know what I'm saying?
Listen,
though?
I'm
If
about
we
to
don't
give-
take this seriously,
I'm
and
about
there's
to give
something
you my,
going on.
I'm about to give you my social security number.
Oh yeah.
Here you go. Stop. Please don't.
It's
do
all
this.
right.
Please
We're
don't.
not going in without
Yeah, you can't do that.
You ever like actually dealt with a confidential informant?
Yeah. And every time they're up to no good and they're confident, that's what they do.
That's how they act?
Yeah, that's how they act. So, I don't know what's up. My only fear is there's somebody really in the basement.
I actually think he's freaking out like that because he's...
Up to no good.
Yeah.
He's going to let us in. He's real sketchy. He said need another guy, but you're coming to him, tell him you're on probation. It's a training thing. And then these guys will wait by the back door in case we scream for help.
Like girls. Ah!
Eventually, after delays and pressure, he allows a limited search of the basement.
Loud music playing, so you can hear the screams. Hey, you mind if the record goes?
No, dude, there's too much going on. No, no.
All right, stand outside. Leave this crack though in case we scream.
Nobody about to do nothing to y'all, dude. You can't have guns.
No, you can't.
No,
Seriously, no, it's not crack. Just in case we scream for help.
No, bro.
They're not coming in. Oh, you have my word. Unless we start screaming.
But police found nothing. For a moment, it almost looks like the call might have been wrong.
Never come back here again. Okay? All right.
You want to lie back?
What happened to your hand?
Listen.
I got scratched.
Like what? Yeah.
I'm about to walk to the store right behind you guys.
Okay.
Hey, nothing down there. See your belt. No cost.
Okay.
You might want to keep an eye on this house.
I know.
The officers don't leave feeling satisfied. They leave feeling like something is off, because this isn't just a guy being annoyed. This is someone trying to control every second of what police can see and hear. And then later that day, it gets worse. Police receive another tip, this time from a woman who says Edmund Geiger showed her photos of a woman being tortured and zip-tied and warned her that she'd be next. So of course, officers go back. It's late. The energy is different now. More urgent, more serious.
Hey, Sergeant Everton, good place.
Yes. All right, so I appreciate this. There's a lot of you folks. Yeah, you know my nerves. Just shit. What's up, bro? How y'all doing? Same people.
You know? I'm in the overtime now.
I need y'all to come through the back door, okay?
Yeah, you do.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
That's sure. Sorry for not letting you in earlier, bro. Sorry for my attitude, okay?
It's all good.
Give me 5 seconds.
Meet me in the back there.
All y'all.
All right.
Edmund Geiger suddenly acts friendlier, like he's trying to rewind the night and start over. He tells them to come through the back. But while officers are circling the house, one of them hears something. Movement, shifting, dragging, like something heavy being pushed out of sight. And that's when the entire case turns in a single second.
So, if you smell bleach or something, my nose doesn't always look good.
Okay. I smell cat pee, so.
Damn, this is my doghouse. Oh. I'll be on houses. I got tours all over. Y'all better see tours all over here.
Pretty good. Close.
I'm about to close the door on you. It's another door behind this door. Okay?
Yeah, I hang out up here because this is rather fresh.
Everywhere he's got this section off. There's nobody, you know.
There's some blood right here. There's some blood, like dried blood, I think.
They couldn't find any sign of life, but it didn't sit right, and so they didn't give up just yet.
Hey. Did you guys find anything? Sir. Turn it down.
All the way down. Please turn it all the way down. Sure. Yeah, it's something on the floor, but yeah, I know you see something down. I'll turn the music down. Can you turn the music down? Still wait, so. I want to turn it for a moment. Okay. Let's put some handcuffs on.
No, turn that music off. Is anybody on that front porch? No. So what's that noise I keep hearing? That you keep turning the music up on every time I hear something? Is anybody on there?
I heard him dragging something out when we went from the front to the back too, just so you know.
Is anybody in that front room? Because I heard voices or movement or noise. Yeah. Who's out there? Who's out there?
Sweating a lot.
What is it? Can you hear it? Oh, please. Who's out there? Where are you at?
She's under. There's a thing under. Remember I shined my flashlight when you guys went back there?
Alright.
Police. Alright. Yeah, I heard him sliding something under there when he went from the front to the back.
Where are you at?
Where you at, man?
We're looking. How do you get through? It looks like a box.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Follow me. Follow me.
Wait, no, something else.
I'm paralyzed. I'm paralyzed.
Alright.
Okay.
How old are you?
60.
6-year-old female.
Oh my god. Yes.
Are you injured besides that?
I'm paralyzed.
You're paralyzed.
I'm paralyzed.
What's your name?
Cheryl Cyrus.
Did she say Carol?
Carol? Alright, Carol.
No, Cheryl.
Cheryl.
Yeah. My legs out. How
Alright, we
about
got EMS coming. I don't want to move you because I don't want to hurt you more. Can you breathe?
I can now.
Okay.
I want to get out of pain.
Police find a 60-year-old woman, identified as Cheryl Cyrus, stuffed and folded into a small plastic container, left on the porch, moaning in pain. She's alive, but barely.
Cheryl, do you know, is there anyone else here with you?
I don't know.
Okay.
Cheryl, how long have you been there, honey? Loosen these for how long?
I don't know. They hurt.
You hurt? We want to get you out of there, but I'm afraid to move you. I'm going to let EMS do all that, okay?
They're too bad.
What did he do to you? He did what?
Hey, Scott, you want fire to come, at least get her upright and they can put on her backboard? I know, but if we get fire here, they can only hear. No, but we've got no ETA on EMS.
There's no dispatch.
Huh?
Did he stab you?
Yeah.
Where did he stab, you think? His arm? Yeah. Did he sexually assault you at all? Do you know how long you've been here? Is it just one day?
Yeah.
Okay.
At that moment, all the nonsense about confidential informant status collapses. The loud music, the excuses, the attitude. None of it matters anymore. Because now the truth is sitting right in front of them. Someone tried to hide a living human being like she was garbage. Edmund Geiger is taken into custody, and as the details come out, the picture gets even darker. Prosecutors say he picked the woman up, brought her to his home near West 97th Street and Henley Court, assaulted her, stabbed her, zip-tied her hands, tortured her, and tried to conceal what he'd done. Later, Cheryl's condition is described as catastrophic, including paralysis and long-term dependence on others for basic needs. In the end, the case didn't go to a full trial. On November 1st, 2023, Edmund Geiger pleaded guilty to charges including felonious assault, kidnapping, tampering with evidence, and having weapons under disability, with the attempted murder charge dropped as part of the plea. He was sentenced to 16 to 20 years in prison. And what makes this case linger isn't just the brutality, it's how close it came to being missed. Because if the police had taken that first call as probably nothing, if they'd trusted the performance at the door, if they'd walked away and never returned, nobody knows how long Cheryl would have lasted in that box. The case showed how close something horrific can come to being missed. But the next incident is the opposite, something happening in plain sight that no one could explain. In Tulsa, Oklahoma, what started as a completely normal day on the road quickly turned into something that felt more like a scene out of a movie than real life. Drivers were moving through traffic as usual when, without warning, everything came to a sudden stop. Not gradual congestion, not an accident ahead, but a full, immediate standstill. Up ahead, an unmarked convoy had blocked every single lane of traffic. There were no visible company logos, no clear identification on the vehicles, nothing to explain who they were or what they were doing. The way they positioned themselves made it clear this wasn't random. It was controlled, deliberate, and coordinated. Every lane was sealed off at once, leaving drivers with no way to move forward and no explanation for why. But what made the situation even more unsettling was what followed behind them. A police vehicle pulled up, not to clear the scene or redirect traffic, but to secure it. It stayed close to the convoy, almost as if escorting it, reinforcing the idea that whatever was happening had official backing, even if no details were being shared with the public. People wearing full hazmat suits stepped out, moving carefully and with purpose. Their movements weren't rushed in a chaotic way, but they were precise, controlled, and clearly serious. The suits themselves immediately raised questions. Hazmat gear isn't used for routine transport. It's reserved for situations involving substances that are potentially dangerous, contaminated, or unknown. From a distance, drivers could only watch. No one was told to evacuate. No announcements were made. Traffic simply remained frozen while these individuals worked around the convoy, handling whatever was inside those vehicles. The lack of communication made it even more eerie, because people were left to interpret what they were seeing on their own. Was it a chemical transport? A biohazard? Something experimental? There was no way to know. And then, after roughly 20 minutes of this, it was over. The convoy closed up, the hazmat-suited individuals got back inside, and the vehicles drove off just as suddenly as they had appeared. Traffic was released, and everything returned to normal, at least on the surface. No explanation was given, no public statement followed, and for most people there, the only record of what happened was what they had just witnessed. When the driver who recorded the video later uploaded it online, things got even more interesting. Other people who had been in the area began commenting, claiming they had seen the same convoy or experienced the same sudden shutdown of traffic. Some described the same hazmat suits. Others mentioned how quickly everything had been locked down and then cleared again. But despite multiple witnesses, no official clarification ever surfaced, which leaves the entire situation in a strange place. It clearly wasn't random. It clearly involved some level of authority, and it clearly required hazmat-level precautions. Yet there's no confirmed explanation for what was being transported, why it needed that level of security in broad daylight, or why the public was never informed. And that's what makes it unsettling. Not just what people saw, but the fact that something significant enough to shut down an entire roadway like that could happen in plain sight, and still leave behind more questions than answers. Now, that was all for today, folks. If you enjoyed these horrifying clips, click to see more on the video on screen.